Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually gonna take this cloth one off because that's my last thing that I'm going to do. And I'm going to put on this patch holder, and that's part of the gun cleaning kit. And I'm going to put, you just run that through that little eyelet there, pull that through, okay? But pull that through. Now I'm just gonna come over here to my bottle, and I'm just gonna dip that in there, and I'm gonna get some solvent on there. Now some people may say, well, that's way too much, but I can use this several times. And so I'm gonna take that solvent, and I'm gonna punch this down through my barrel. I'm gonna come from the other way so I can get it up in there, and it drops on there. Pull it, and I pull it back through, and you can see there's hardly any dirt carbon on there, but that just cleans. I loosened it all with my hard brushes, and that just gets it clean. I just did that once or twice, okay? I'm gonna take that off now. I'm gonna set that aside because we'll use it later for demonstration purposes. And then I'm gonna clean off my deal, get all the solvent off, and then I'm going to run a clean cloth through there a couple times just to kind of get that solvent out of there. Just like taking a bath, everybody. You put soap on, you know, to clean up, but you don't leave that soap on you. You wash it off. So that's kind of what we're doing here. We're taking that, we're washing it off. I'm punching it a couple times to get that clean. I'll move my patch just a little bit so it picks up in a different spot. Go from this side, boom. All right, so see, it's pretty clean. Not a whole lot of dirt on there, and I dried that solvent out. Now I'll just take that same patch and I'll kind of clean around my barrel because I got a little bit of solvent on my hands. It doesn't take much. That's probably all the solvent I'll use for this whole weapon, is what's on that patch right there. And I'm going to just lightly clean this around. Now you'll see that there's these grooves for where it fits into the weapon. That's where I get my Q-tips out. All right, take my Q-tips, and I kind of clean that. I clean down those grooves. I get that groove there and get up here and just go all around the grooves and everything, everybody. And then sometimes the Q-tip's actually too big to get on some of those grooves. Like, see that little groove that goes all the way around there? That Q-tip doesn't fit down in there. So that's where I get my pipe cleaner. Take my pipe cleaner, I stick it in that groove, and I twist it around a couple times. Voila, that groove is now clean. Barely anything on there. All right, now that this piece is clean, I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to wipe it down nice and dry, okay? All right, now we're going to go to the slide. Same thing with the slide. I'm going to just take my already wetted piece, and I'm just going to put some solvent in there. It'll get down in there. I'm just getting it kind of damp to get it down in there to clean. Now I'm going to take my dry one and wipe out the excess, whatever I can reach with my fingers. And this is where a lot of the Q-tips come into play. So I'm gonna go up and down those grooves right there. And you can see I got a little bit of dirt out of there. Not much, because I just cleaned this the other day. Just a little bit of dirt. There's not hardly any carbon. I'm sticking it all in the grooves, and you gotta run down those grooves all the way down that slide. Gotta put a little pressure in there with your finger and get that down in there. You can see what came out. I'll get this side, stick my finger there, pull that down so I can go across those grooves, get every little nook and cranny, everybody. And then down in the bottom, and yep, it's hardly anything on there. I'm gonna get where the barrel protrudes, and then where that spring fits down in there, there's a little seat, and I wanna get down in that, make sure that I get dirt out of there. So hardly any dirt on this, ladies and gentlemen. And this is kind of what you want it to look like after you're done, is like that. Now we're gonna go, I did all the inside. We're gonna go on the outside, and you know, I'm just gonna kind of wipe it down with my rag. And this one, the Taurus, has all these little side grooves on there. And then your sights, your front sight and your back sight. You're gonna take your another Q-tip and just kind of go around those sights. Make sure you have anything. If you gotta use your pipe cleaner on that front sight, because it's small, just kind of hold that down, move it around back and forth. And see, there was a little bit of dirt on that front sight. And that's to be expected, because that's just a place that collects dirt. So I'm gonna get that all clean. And this takes a little bit while. And I would say the average, if you're really fast, you could probably clean a gun really good in about 10 to 15 minutes. Depends on how dirty it is too. Mine's not dirty. I'm just getting this all cleaned up. We're going again where that seat was, hit all the way around the edges. Now that one's done. We're gonna set that to the side. Now we got our, the rest of our weapon, where the magazine comes in, where the slide goes on. And again, I am going to just take a little bit of my solvent, rub it on there, get a little bit of solvent on there, and then I'm gonna clean that solvent all off. Again, the way to think of the solvent is, just like I said, if you're taking a bath and you soap up, so I'm soaping it up, get it all clean. And now I got to get all that solvent off of there as much as I can. It doesn't hurt if you leave a little bit on there, but you want to dry it all off, get it all nice and clean. This one, this collects a lot of dirt and debris, and it's got a lot of little bitty holes down in there. And you kind of got down in there, and man, just get it clean. Every little hole, you gotta use your pipe cleaner, kind of go down in some of those little bitty spaces. Make sure you click up your safety. That moves everything. Get back behind that safety, push that down, and then you can pull the trigger. When you pull the trigger, you'll see those mechanisms move. So pull your trigger, clean behind those mechanisms, like so. I'm gonna use my Q-tip to get down in there, because you'll see where it came down in there and over here on this side. And then it goes all the way back even further. And then when I pull it all the way back. So it's pretty much clean, and I'm just getting the excess, any kind of solvent that's on there. I want to get these slide rails right here really good. Okay, on both sides, slide rails. All right, so now that's done. And you can take a cloth and you can go up inside your magazine hole and just move it around with your finger like so and get that all clean. Go out from the top side, clean your magazine chamber. About the only thing that's going to be in your magazine chamber is dirt and dust, but you still want to get that out of there. All right, so now we're done. Our pistol has now taken a shower. It's got undressed. It's taken a shower. It's soaped up. It is now rinsed off. All nice and clean. Well, now my pistol's going to get out of the shower, and it wants to put on some body lotion so it doesn't dry out. And so that's where the gun oil comes in. And what I'm going to do is that I am just going to put a little bit of gun oil, because it doesn't take much. Just like when you put your body lotion on, you put a couple dabs on your finger or your hand, and that you can do your whole arm with it. So now I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to start in reverse order. And I'm everywhere that I did the other cleaning with the solvent, I'm just going to kind of go back over that, and I'm putting a real light coat of gun oil on there, and that will help preserve it. That'll make it nice, like your skin. That'll make it nice and soft and supple. Well, we don't want soft and supple with our pistol. We want it to where it will operate correctly. That helps the mechanisms move smoothly. Let's put it that way. Get another Q-tip. You go through a lot of Q-tips when you clean, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna get that. I'll just make sure that I don't have any excess grease. I'll take a cloth and lightly wipe that down. And you can kind of see it's got a little bit of shine on there. No excess gun oil anywhere. And I'm just kind of wiping that down. You could go ahead and wipe the rest of your pistol down. Make sure your trigger is working correctly. I didn't go detailed because it's already clean, like I told you. So we'll go there. Now we're going to go over to our slide, and I'm going to pick